Good morning. Market day report on the air. We're up and trading. Markets have been open about 14 minutes now. Let's go to the corn market. Again, trying to break a 4-day losing streak, and we're higher across the board. We're up 2 1/4 on new crop D's at 437. How about beans? We were lower yesterday and we're higher today, 11.43 3/4, up 8 3/4 cents, and we're about a penny off of the session high. Again, first 15 minutes of trade, but what we've noticed here as of late, we get a lot of the action in early on and then just kind of settled within a range for the rest of the session. Here's soy meal contracts moving higher, and then bean oil has been lower 2 straight sessions, and the pressure remains there as we've lost the 70 handle across the board. How about wheat? We'll start in Chicago. Penny and a half higher, 587 1/4. Kansas City trades half penny lower at 616 3/4. And New York cotton futures, the December is 39 points higher at 76.65. Brady Huck is with EmpowerAg Trading in Dodge City. Finally seen some green for a while. What's happening?
Well, it's good to see the market have a little green on the screen here this morning, Tony, after the selling that we've seen recently and really just a stale week across the trade. Ag markets, they remain under pressure. We've got a stronger dollar. You've got weaker energy, and we just aren't seeing the demand, that really strong surge in demand that we want to see to get the bulls excited. And we also lack that weather premium, Tony.
You know, I'm glad you mentioned the weather premium, because was it not the weather that drove the wheat market higher, especially hard red? And I know we were a little higher yesterday there, but hard red's really taken it on the chin as of late.
Right. Yeah, we're in the midst of wheat harvest out here in Kansas. The combines continue to roll north if they're able to. We've had a lot of rain over the last week in spots, so that's slowed some of the combines down, and it's hit and miss. I wish we could have bought a rain in April, May, or June. You buy an April, May rain for this wheat crop, and that really makes that wheat crop. So wheat rallied up to 750 here in May and has sold off significantly. June is not a great month for wheat historically. Farmers are facing some tough decisions here as we go forward of, do I sell that crop or do I stick it in the bin and wait for higher prices? And I think when we think about those things, Tony, we got to think about storage charges, we got to think about interest, and we got to think about cash flow. And those are some of the things that should really drive your decisions here as we get out of the wheat fields.
All right, Brady, quick break here. We'll come back and we'll talk livestock futures next on Market Day Report. Can we make it 2 in a row talking about the cattle markets? We were higher yesterday, and we open up with the front 2 months in higher territory. Let's just pass the June contract up. I know it's 256.45. At some point, it's probably going to have to add a couple of dollars at least based upon the cash trade we've already seen this week. August at 246.77. That one's trading $10 off of June. Now, you've got all of July and pretty much all of August to help set where that August will need to expire when it does. But if we keep trading in that 260 range for cash trade, the August has to move higher. It just does. Now, will it, and when will that happen? Those are 2 questions we don't have answers for. Do have an answer for August feeders, up $1.07, trading right at 374 already today, and nearly a $4 trade range in the first 20 minutes of trade. We get a quarterly hogs and pigs report that comes out this afternoon, and we're lower right now. August at 96.07. That's down 62. We're talking to Brady Huck with EmpowerAg Trading. Brady, you mentioned rainfall earlier. How much of that will we actually capture for use in soil, subsoil moisture?
Right. Yeah. We've had some big rains here this week in Kansas. And, there was 3.5 inches I dumped out of the gauge here the other day. And it's great to see some of this moisture, and we're thankful and grateful for that. But as fast as it comes sometimes, Tony, you bring that up, you know, how much of it actually soaks into the ground and how much actually runs off down the ditch, down the river, and you miss out on that opportunity to capture that moisture. Agronomy practices, they try to do the best to capture all that rainfall, let it soak into the soil they can, but there's only so much you can do. If Mother Nature dumps that amount on you in a short amount of time, there's only so much that soil can soak in. So some of those rainfall totals out there can be a little deceiving, and you look at the those maps of how much percentage precipitation an area received over the course of a month or course of a year. Well, how much of it actually soaked in, Tony?
Okay. As you're explaining this, and by the way, I see it back home as well because it gets so dry. Take a paper plate, if you will, and pour hot coffee on that paper plate. You pour enough, it's just going to run over, right? But if you pour it slowly, it's going to soak in and soak that whole paper plate. Is that a good analogy?
That's a great analogy, Tony. That's a great one. Yeah, the soil can only take so much so quickly. I think it's a couple inches every couple hours. So you get 3, 4, 5 inches over the course of an hour. Those big flash flood type events, and where's that moisture going? It's all going down. So is it beneficial? Is it not? We'll see. It's nice to have some green grass out here, though, finally, Tony. It's been a tough stretch, and I'm thankful that the pastures are looking better.
Okay, let's roll this over into cattle now, and cash trade. That June contract will expire next week, but putting that aside, the fact is cash trade is holding up. What are your thoughts there?
Yep, good to see cash. Cash drives the market's direction, and the Packers are bidding up for it. And I would anticipate cash to continue to firm in this manner, especially if we see box beef hang in there. We had box beef finally cross above the $400 threshold on the choice cutout. That's a strong close. It indicates strong beef demand, strong consumer demand. The question still remains going forward: how resilient will the consumer be? When will they push back on high-priced beef? And in today's world, today's age, I think they want beef. I think they like it. It's a great product. It's delicious, nutritious. There's no replacement for it. And we see strong demand right now. So great to see, Tony.
Yeah, I just cannot see us starting that widespread herd rebuilding. I guess the next question here, kind of it's just what if kind of question. What if we had the genetics and the right breed that would pop out twins for you every time? Would you sign up for that?
I don't know. I've taken care of orphaned twins at times, Tony, and that's no fun. So I like them one at a time, Tony.
Well, the idea sounds good, but in practice, maybe not a great one. Brady, great to see you. Thanks for coming by. Brady Huck's with EmpowerAg Trading.